We live in strange and interesting times. Breaking: Russia's Lunar 25 moon lander has just crashed on the lunar surface. You know, it's weird. Like a year or two ago, all the cryptocurrency guys were like, we're going to the moon. Buy our NFTs. Those are going to the moon too. And then a year later, they all turn around and like, hey, everybody, Zelensky's money laundering. Maybe that was a projection confession. But wait, the world you live in gets even stranger. So India also has a mission to land on the moon at about the same time. Well, this one is set to land on the moon on August 23rd, 2023. And this mission has multiple purposes, not just to land on the moon's surface and collect some magic moon dust and search for magic moon water, but it's also to prove that astrology is bullshit, because they're going to land pretty much at the exact time Mercury goes retrograde, while Venus is already retrograde, and you got like 5 other planets retrograde. Just an interesting time to attempt the moon landing. Apparently the moon's a whole lot harder to land on than Mars. I know I wasn't talking about. Oh yeah, it's 5 in the morning Texas time. So everything I say here is off the record, should be taken with a grain of salt and a heavy dose of sense of humor. But, you know, people who don't have a sense of humor don't know they don't have a sense of humor. Right. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, this damn hurricane. It's still a hurricane, last I heard. Category 1. It has been knocked down from Category 4, but it still possesses a major catastrophic flooding threat to California, Nevada, Arizona. I mean, this thing is kicking up a whole lot of moisture. My last 7 videos have gotten 0 down thumbs, so that gives me carte blanche to tell a bunch of down thumbable jokes. So feel free to down thumbs this video, as I'm here working for you as your planetary defense commander, giving you the news to wake up to. Yeah, dude, the pink is bad, dangerous, tons of water. So you've still got a lot of water headed towards the southwest. It is already causing multiple dangerous and deadly flood situations in Baja from a hurricane. Shit's just straight up weird across the board. And if I'm laughing at anything, it's because in my mind I'm going, good morning, Vietnam. You know, from that one movie. I forget what it was called. I used to say that if I showed you really interesting images, then I didn't really have to say anything smart or relevant or pertinent. So this may be one of those times. Yeah, dude, I hope everybody's prepared. Tried to give as much warning as possible. I'm hoping the storm busts out and people complain that it was a nothing burger, but I don't think that's going to happen, because this is Vegas from like yesterday, where flooding was already starting. This is the Baja Peninsula, and that looks very, very, very bad. The wildfire situation in Canada is still extremely horrific. Oh, and did I mention the desert tornadoes that are possible today in California, southern Nevada, and Arizona? Also, sidebar, unrelated to anything, if I was going to make a horror movie, it would probably be about the Salton Sea. Infrastructure in Baja is already breaking from under the stress of the storm. Rose from Blackpink caught Adele's show in Vegas this week. A pie in the face? Question mark. Let me say this again for somebody who may be watching a THORnews video for the first time, or just videos on the subject. Somehow made it 5 minutes in. Yeah, the pink here is really bad. Like deadly, dangerous. And this covers hundreds of square feet, miles. And so, man, let us pray everybody makes it through today safe. But you know, a lot of people out there have been losing their minds steadily, and not just the fixed signs. All right, I don't know. Like Spider Man, sometimes I tell jokes to deal with the tension. And then sometimes I just tell jokes because I like to laugh. And then sometimes, if you make other people laugh, they'll be nice to you. And it's nice when people are nice to you, you know? But yeah, as of right now, California is in an official state of emergency. So everybody stay safe, stay cool. Venus is retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde in 3 days. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, but I guess like my mom said, I don't know, like a week ago, she said there isn't a single celebrity out there who gives 10 cents of a shit about you. I was like, hey, thanks, Mom. You know what I'm saying? I know my mom's awesome. She's Sagittarius, and a badass. Love you, Mama. But she not listen to my videos. She actually watches Mike's weather. She watches his YouTube channel, the Mike's weather page. Which is just funny. It's weird. I don't know. You might not find that as charming and as endearing as I do, but what was it talking about? Oh yeah, probably the San Diego warning. NWS San Diego is not playing around with the flooding threat that will come with Tropical Storm Hilary tomorrow. Very strongly worded discussion. Impacts may be devastating to catastrophic for parts of Southern California. So yeah, they're basically saying best case scenario, it's just going to be devastating. Worst case scenario, it's catastrophic. So it's like best case scenario, you might get a lot of your shit flooded. You might have your power go out for like a couple days. Catastrophic, you might lose a pet. You might lose a family member. Anywho, just trying to get everybody ready. So if you got friends on the upper levels, you know, if you're on the first floor, like we learned from that New York flood, go pal out with your friends on the roof or some shit. Well, I guess it's raining, so you don't want to be on the roof because there's going to be lightning and winds. Anyway, feel free to down thumbs this video. In Russia was like, well, we sent a picture of the place we were going to crash at. So they crashed somewhere around here. They say space is hard. You know another thing? Everybody talks about like, oh yeah, Elon is the only one who's mastered space. He hasn't mastered space, man. He's only in low Earth orbit, which is impressive, of course. But, you know, but he hasn't gone to the moon. He hasn't gone to Mars. He's been in the atmosphere. So technically, you know, anyway, what's I'm talking about? I'm talking about stay cool, have a great day, stay aware. All right, God bless everyone. And sure, there are other situations in the hurricane area to monitor, but we can do that later today now, can't we?